everyone, thanks for checking out my door hacks tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you a couple of different things you can do with doors and a couple of different methods on how you can accomplish those things. So let's get started. First things first, make sure you have Move Objects enabled. And I want to note that I have a slightly modified camera file, so some of the views in this video may be different than the views in your game, but you can still accomplish all of these things with the methods I'm showing you. So one of the first easy things you can do is use medium doors on short walls. All you need to do is have your wall height on medium, so you can select your medium door, place your door, and then change your wall height back to short. These doors do function, and many of the medium-sized doors look very natural on the short walls. A few of these doors are a little bit taller and lose some of their aspects when the wall is shortened. So to keep the door functional and retain most of its original design, just delete the walls behind where you want the door placed. The door should be able to be moved freely, but you can also hold Alt while moving the door. Place the door slightly forward than it was originally. Then just draw the wall back so the room is completely enclosed again. Although you can see the wallpaper through the glass at the top of the door still retains its original shape. More importantly, the door still functions without having to do any more tweaks to it. You can also take a short wall door and size it up and it will still function. The animation for the door is, however, the same animation as the short door. If you don't like those big door handles above your Sim's head and you want your door to be wide but not as tall, use the basement wall tool and draw a wall below where you want the door to be. Make the wall a little bit longer than the door. Bring your door down to the level below. Here I sized my door up one more time. If you left it at the previous size, you can simply raise it to the position you want with the 9 key. If you don't like those door handles poking out or you want to make further adjustments, all you have to do is go down and adjust the wall height of the wall below. You can raise it to a certain point with the height tool, but anything after that you have to use the 9 key. Doors that are partially in the ground will not function, but you can get your Sim to walk through it by taking any door frame and shrinking it down and then putting it inside that door. And if you don't want to use an alternative door, now your Sim can just walk right through this one. If you want to combine two single doors and give it the appearance of one door, it can be a little bit tricky when building on a diagonal. The doors may either want to overlap or end up with a gap between them. You can fix this by taking a door frame, I use the white entry door frame here, and then use your hammer to knock out the two pieces of wall that your door frame snapped to. Now use your door frame as a guide to position your doors into place. Try to line up your doors exactly with the door frame so that your door will be visible on both sides of the wall. This may take a little patience and a few tries to get in the right place. Once you have your doors positioned correctly, just draw the wall back and you will see that your doors are visible on both sides of the wall. And these doors do function. If you are combining two doors and want to upsize them and place them from the level below and don't want your doors to overlap, you will have to use another method besides drawing a wall below the surface. You can also use this second method on non-diagonal walls as well. Use the square deck diagonal and remove the fencing, and then move your wall and your roofing back one tile. Now take your decking piece and place it in front of the wall where you want the door to be, with a one tile gap in front of that wall. Make sure you place your foundation piece in the correct spot. On a diagonal, this can be a little tricky. You want the foundation piece to be lined up with where the wall would come back to. Next, draw a wall on the foundation piece facing the wall of your building. Here I used the wide entry frame door frame and I snapped it to the wall I just drew. I also used the 9 key to raise it up one. Now use the hammer and delete the walls so you can freely move your doors into position. The snapped door frame makes a great guide so you can position your doors correctly so they show on both sides of the wall. And again, this may take a little patience to get these exactly how you want them to be. Now you can use the height arrows on the deck piece to move the doors up and down and put them at the height you'd like them. Once you've adjusted them to the height you like, just take your hammer and delete the deck piece. If you find you're not happy with the height, all you have to do is hit the undo button a few times and go back to where you had the foundation piece. Now just move your walls and roof back, and as you can see, the door shows on both sides. And again, if you want your Sim to be able to walk through this door, just use the door frame, size it down, and place it on the wall in the door. And another method for placing these doors is to use your basement room tool and draw a basement below the area you want the door. Now simply click on the basement wall and go up to the next level and click on the yellow highlighted area and click Remove Ceiling. Now this is the part I was talking about with the modified camera file. I'm not sure if you'll be able to get this angle with the regular settings, but this method will still work. It just might be a little bit more complicated. In any case, just put your doors in the position you want, trying to center them between the walls so they'll show through on both sides, and then raise them up with the 9 key. You can also use an upsized door frame on the wall so you have a point of reference and can guide your doors into place. Once you're happy with your door placement, just delete the basement below. You can just grab a wall and pull it to the other side. And again, if you don't want to use an additional door, or you want to have this door to be able to walk through, just take a door frame and size it down and place it in the door. And that's going to wrap it up for this door hacks video. I thank you so much for watching and thank you for all your support. I hope I will see you again soon.